I'm sorry I'm late. I was doing something today. Had to do some important stuff. Miss Raw, but watched the 2 hour show a couple minutes ago and it just finished. And I'm just gonna say I'm tired because I was almost falling asleep. So this is the most energetic video. It's fine. But before you do, a big thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, hit all that stuff. Because of course, Monday Night Raw started off with Saturday night's main event recaps with surprise. But in the same arena Saturday night main event was held, Seth Rollins and his new group with Bronson Reed came out, and Paul Heyman did some introductions. That Braun Breaker, a soon-to-be multi-time main eventer of WrestleMania. Big Bronson Reed, the only one who did more damage in one day than Roman Reigns, CM Punk, and CM Punk combined in one day. And the mastermind behind all of it, Seth freaking Rollins. And then when Seth Rollins got the mic, he didn't even speak. The crowd started booing him. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. Chants to him. And he said, 5 minutes ago, you guys were just singing my song. And then they started saying, you sold out, you sold out. I said, you sold out to who? Sold out to who? Myself? Yeah, I feel like he should have said, "What is this? Ain't 2014 no more." Then they left. So yeah, that was pretty. Oh my god, I'm tired. That's pretty much all that. Man, I'm tired. It's like 12 a.m. Anyway, it was time for another Money in the Bank qualifier. Penta took on Dragon Lee and Chad Gable. This was a solid good match. By the way, someone check on Chad Gable. They were trying to kill my boy Chad Gable in this match after Penta did a tope suicida. And then, when Penta and Chad Gable were on the outside, they were fighting right. Also, out of nowhere, Chad Gable moves out of the way because a flying Dragon Lee went flying, did a spear and landed to the outside and went flying. And then Chad Gable decided to be a dummy and get into a chopping match with Penta, which, if you don't know, is the hardest man to chop Gunther. Gunther said that in an interview that Penta has the hardest chops he's ever had, and he was bleeding right away. So I don't know why he wanted to get in a thing right away, because he got super kicked by Dragon Lee, and then Dragon Lee got super kicked by him and by Penta, and then Penta got hit with the poison rana by Dragon Lee, and then Dragon Lee hit this beautiful sit-out powerbomb. Chad Gable. But then when Penta was going for the Penta driver on Dragon Lee, Chad Gable came behind, hit a beautiful German suplex, and then a beautiful moonsault, and then Dragon Lee went flying into the corner. Then when Chad Gable was going for another moonsault, he got kicked in the face by Valkingo, who they're going to have a match at Worlds Collide on YouTube. It's on YouTube. Why is this on YouTube? Then Dragon Lee hit it with a stomp, and then Dragon Lee got hit with the Mexican Destroyer. Then Chad Gable got hit with the Penta driver. 1, 2, 3. Penta wins the match and qualifies for Money in the Bank. By the way, oh my god, Valkingo hit my boy Chad Gable so hard, he even started making him bleed right in the face. Unbelievable. Anyway, Don was playing video games with my boy Carlito, but then, of course, Roxanne Perez came in with some chicken nuggets, and he took two, and she said, I think we need that something. There's something. I think we need to give him a shot to your shoulder. And then Liv Morgan came back way earlier than you know who. Came back Rhea Ripley last summer, and this time she came back before what she did to Dom last summer, because she knows that if she didn't come back like right away, something bad would have happened to Dom. And and did not like what Dom was doing. And then Dom got all happy because she's back. Roxanne didn't like that one bit, I don't think, that she's back, because she didn't have enough time to try and manipulate him to get him into a relationship. Which, by the way, he was loyal, Liv. He would have never betrayed you. He would never do anything to you. You know, he loves you, bro. He loves you. I think you're safe in your guys' relationship, honestly. Uh, and yeah, we got backstabber Balor laughing like he's enjoyed this, and then it was time for Rusev versus Tozawa, and I'm honestly glad Tozawa. Man, Tozawa is just a W. He should be put in the Hall of Fame immediately, bruh. This man puts over talent. He put up and comer over, man. He always be putting over these up and comers. It's very nice of him, man. It's very nice of him. And then he just got destroyed and his knees exploded. And then we're about to hear a banger. We had former faction members in Sheamus and Rusev. And I think we just need Alberto Del Rio back and Wade Barrett, and then we'll make the League of Nations once again, man. I think this time I feel like they could win the World Tag Team Championships. I think it would be. I think. I don't know where it went. Where's the other piece go? I think it will good. I think some good will be done. Where they go? I don't know. Some good will be done with them in the World Nations. And then this comedian got shirtless with the War Raiders and started making Anyway, Jey Uso was talking to Sami Zayn. And I don't know what they're talking about, honestly. Anyway, it's time for this World Tag Team Championship. And it's a very solid match. New Day were doing their moves. Eric almost dropped Ivar on his head, but got caught. And then the New Day and the Team Boys were helping do each other out, taking out the War Raiders. The War Raiders got this nasty thing right here. Then Ivar decided to jump on both of the Brutus and whatever his name is. I can't think right now. Bye, guy. And then Kofi went eating. This dude went eating. This dude got thrown out of the ring. Bro, I'm so tired, bro. I can do a good narrating what happened, but then anyway, Xavier Woods rolled up Julius Creed after he launched himself into Ivar the top rope. And 1, 2, and 3, boom. Anyway, when sexy, Liv Morgan was walking. I was walking to Adam Pearce's office. She ended up getting a match with Kairi Sane because she started talking trash. So yeah. Anyway, Gunther just said to Jay that he's was not expecting Jay to hold the championship this long, but again, he's got world championship material. So he's going to take the title off of him and relinquish him of his duties. And then Jay said, I fight for the fans. I fight for family. I'm a real one. I fight for the people who always have my back. 4 letters, 1 word. Yeet. And then we went on to Liv Morgan and Kairi Sane, which was a pretty solid match. Kairi did some chops. Beautiful spear by Kairi. Beautiful drop kick or Injiguri or whatever that was. Then this was a nasty move. Even went all the way back, but then Liv Morgan grabbed her hair into this pinfall. And cut that out. No. Yo, cut that out, boy. Cut that out. Anyway, beautiful backstabber by Liv Morgan. Then Roxanne Perez pushed Kairi into the ropes. And then Raquel Rodriguez said, No, Roxanne, I'm going to fight for you. I'm going to start an argument with you. Kind of distracted Liv Morgan a little bit because she went for the Oblivion but got rolled up for the 1, 2, 3. And Liv Morgan asked backstage, whose fault was it? And she asked Dominic, said, I don't know, it wasn't set. I don't know, it wasn't set up. It wasn't set up. It wasn't set up on the screen. You know what I'm saying? And then Liv finally married you, so you say, you know what? We can't hear the better right there. You can't yell better. Which is crazy. So by the way, I think I have a suggestion for the. I think they're fooling us. I don't think Dom is gonna go with Liv or not go with Roxanne because Because I feel like if they're gonna give Roxy or give Dom Roxy, I feel like Liv would be gone a little bit longer. You know what I'm saying? So I think, and this is like the only second with the second week in a row that Roxanne is trying to get at Dom. So I mean, and I don't think that that was enough time to convince Dom to go with Roxanne. So I think the plan is they're gonna stick with Dom and Liv, and then maybe Carlito joins Dom and Liv versus maybe Raquel, Liv, and Carlito. I don't know. I feel like they're gonna do like a split up where Dom and Liv stay with someone, maybe Raquel or something like that, or maybe the opposite. I don't know. I feel like they should keep Dom and Liv together because they make a great pairing. And I think they're gonna stay together. You know what I'm saying? Also, it's been confirmed that Lara will take on Becky Lynch for the Women's Intercontinental Champion, and then she cut a beautiful promo basically saying how Becky came out on Monday Night Raw after Backlash, saying she still had her ego high like she won the match, but she didn't. She lost the match. She was standing on that turnbuckle and blah, 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 blah. And then Becky Lynch came and said, huh? So what are you talking about? I wasn't even thinking about you. I was done with you. I wanted to do bigger and better things, but you dragged me back in here trying to do something. And then Lyra just said, no. You think I'm the greatest thing that's ever happened to this sign? Good thing. You're just mad that I beat you in this ring technically. And then they got started trash talking. And then Becky Lynch said, if you beat me, I'll never challenge for that championship ever again. Which probably means Becky Lynch is winning. Yeah. I mean, I don't care because I honestly want to see that. I want to see a new women's intercontinental champion, you know what I'm saying, baby? Anyway, Karrion Kross again was a gasping in Sami Zayn's ear, saying, you could have had an easy world title victory, but no. You had to do it your way. And then he said, you know what, Sammy? You're never going to win the world title again, ever. And then he just started laughing when Sammy just walked away. By the way, this man, Karrion Kross, is going to be the reason why this man, Sami Zayn, returns heel. He's going to be the reason why. Anyway, it was time for another men's triple threat qualifier for Money in the Bank. It was Sami Zayn, Seth Rollins, and Finn Balor. This was a pretty solid match. Beautiful superplex on the top rope. And then Finn and Seth were just trying to take out my boy Sammy. And then this is a beautiful roll up into a thing, but then sling blade thing, but then Finn Balor got caught with the pedigree, then Sammy got caught with the pedigree, but then when Seth was going for a curb stomp, he got caught into a spinning thingy thing, blue thunder bomb, and then Seth got set in the corner, and then as soon as Sammy went for the haluva kick, he got caught with a sling blade, and then Seth Rollins hit Finn Balor with the thing, a curb stomp, and then Jey Uso came and attacked Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker, but then Braun Breaker hit Jey Uso with a spear, and then all of a sudden Dom slid a chair in the ring to help Finn, but of course the obviously thing happened just like a couple years ago when Damian Priest slid the Money in the Bank briefcase in to help Finn Balor win, except this time I had a steel chair. Seth Rollins took advantage, stomped my boy Finn head into the steel chair. 1, 2, 3. Seth Rollins wins. And then both Bronson and Braun were attacking, Jey Uso, Sammy, and like that. But then CM Punk's music played. They were checking the entrance ramp, but then all of a sudden CM Punk came from behind of Seth, put him up in a GTS position, hit him with the GTS, and then ran. Ooh, that's a nice logo. Angle ran away from them. and got out of there after hitting Seth Rollins with a hit and run, which was pretty sick if you don't ask me. And this is probably gonna lead to a match. I don't even know, honestly. Maybe Night of Champions. Wait, actually, no, not Night of Champions. I think Punk might be written off, or not, should not be booked for that show. I think he will be written off before Night of Champions, because, whatever. Or maybe he will be there. Well, who knows? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Maybe we'll find out and see. But that was this Monday Night Raw's review. I know I had no energy, was yawning most of the time. That's because I'm tired, because I watched the show late, and it is currently 12:20. So I need to get this video uploaded on the YouTube site before I pass out. Anyway, have a beautiful rest of your day. See you tomorrow. Bye.